Rina here, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today has been a pretty great day, but my head is filled with so much thoughts that I need to have to get it out. So this is gonna be a yapping session, and I'm super excited to talk about this topic because it's literally about gap year. And if anything, anybody knows gap year can be super stressful. It can be totally different for a lot of people. This is gonna be my experience as a gap year student, and I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how it has been and the honest reality of it, because it is so different for a lot of people. And yeah, it's just not gonna be the same. But if you do relate to my experience, then make sure to drop a comment that says relate, and make sure to like and subscribe. So let's start this video. A gap year is basically taking a break after you finish university or school, and it can be a sort of a year break or a 2 years break or 3 years break, how much of a gap year you want to take to kind of find yourself, but also sort of to realize new things and learn new things. And it has been a very huge blessing to be able to take a gap year. I don't think a lot of people know this, but a lot of people don't have the privilege to say that I want to take a gap year, because it's just not possible for a lot of people, and it is blessed that I am able to do that. So I am just going to talk about my experience as a gap year student so far. So I basically graduated in March. Yeah, I graduated in March, and when everybody was talking about universities and where you're gonna go to college, I was the one that said I'm gonna take a gap year. I'm gonna take a gap year because I'm not ready to go into college. I feel like there is just some unresolved tension in my brain that just made me say, yeah, I'm not gonna go to college. It's not gonna work this year. And I am so happy that I did take a gap year, because there has been sort of a few things that I've learned, but it has also been sort of, I would say, kind of the worst year of my life. Don't want to elaborate too much on what happened, but it is very much not for like weak people, and I cannot even talk about the amount of stress I've been. Like, guys, let me tell you one thing. If you're poor and you're doing a gap year, or if you're just not that rich and you're doing a gap year, it is gonna be the worst thing ever. Because I know that some people were able to get a job during their gap year, they were able to do something, but I'm talking about the people like me, who was not able to get a job, who has just been sitting at home lazy as hell, not knowing what to do. Yeah, if you're part of that group, I'm in there too. We're in this together. We're waiting for something, like a chance to pass by that screams, yes, this is my breaking point, this is gonna be the time where I turn my life. But let me tell you one thing, this gap year is gonna teach you a lot about yourself that you have never learned, and it is going to definitely gonna break you apart, and you're just gonna be in this constant loop of comparing yourself to other people your age, and it's just not gonna go well. I personally did not think that much about it. Like, when I said I want to take a gap year, I was like, I don't care if you're going to college. Congratulations, I'm going to go to college a year after. It's not that big deal. But once you go on social media and you see this Instagram post about parties, finding new friends, learning new lessons, learning new hobbies, you now have that void. You have that void right here that is like, oh my god, I should have went to college, because now I'm not going as the same as everyone else. Do you know what I mean? It is so easy to compare yourself to other people, because if you're not the same level as them, then you're just not the great. Like, if you're not even like close to their level, you're just not perfect. And I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this, but being an average person in life is definitely the worst thing that could possibly happen, because you're literally stuck and choosing of not doing anything. Literally, like, my choices was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna find work, I'm gonna get some money, I'm gonna get some bread, I mean, we're gonna shopping spree, I'm gonna buy my iPhone. Literally, that was my plan. And what happened? I didn't get a job. No, I did not get a job. And I know what everyone's thinking, how did you not get a job when you have a gap year? Well, the job market is cooked, okay, buddy? The job market is cooked, and it is hard for somebody who is a fresher with no experience trying to find a job. So, yeah. So, I have been pretty much stuck at home. I've been going to the gym. A lot of things have worked out with me, a little thing. Like, I learned new things in life, like this unimaginable passion or this desire to do something great in life. And I think a lot of people have that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's like whenever you're stuck at home and you're just alone with your thoughts, you have like this immediate burst of energy just like coming into your brain that's like, oh my god, I need to be this person. Oh my god, what am I doing in my life? What is wrong with me? Why does that girl have that? How is that boy so lucky in life? I mean, you are now like nothing. So you sit at home and you're just there like, oh my god, I'm nothing compared to these other people. And that was what I had. I mean, literally sitting home along with my thoughts literally destroyed my self-confidence. It destroyed exactly who I was for the past couple of years. Because only when you do turn 18, you're gonna just not just compare to yourself with people who are looking more beautiful than you, people who are more smarter than you. No, you're gonna compare with people who are much richer than you, people who have achieved great things in their life, like going to Harvard, getting their driver license. Literally, it could be the most basic thing ever, like baking a cake. But I can't bake a cake, can I? So I'm just like in that position where I'm just completely like, oh my god, I want to bake a cake. I really want to bake a cake, but I can't bake a cake, can I? So I'm just comparing myself to this girl who can bake a cake, even though it is the most basic thing ever. But when you try something like that, you just can't do it. And I think for me, that is what this gap year has been for me. It is just me realizing how basic I am. And I'm not able to do anything. I just have so much passion and these desires, but if I don't act on it, I'm literally nothing, and it can be overwhelming. Like the amount of FOMO I got from this year alone is actually crazy. Like it wasn't that bad last year, but this year has been pretty hectic as well. And I think this is a very good time for me to talk about how about literally you're just not there yet. Yeah, we're gonna talk about how we're just not there yet. And I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, what do you even mean by that? Baby, literally talking about how our time has not yet come. And I had to remind myself like that every single time that I'm just not in my right path right now. Like I have this long journey ahead of me and I need to reach there, but I cannot even talk about like the amount of stress I've been of wanting to be perfect without knowing the need of that. So I would say 100% time. I'm gonna continue my yapping. I just completely ran out of breath because yeah. But like I said, we all have a certain time in life where we're gonna be able to go into our prime and like start to realize that maybe this gap year wasn't that useless at all. I know this is towards the end of the year. I'm in December already, and I am still stuck in my FOMO. I'm still seeing people go to university, posting TikToks about it, people who are flaunting their new house that they bought when they're like 18, just by the way, how old I am. So it can get pretty envious, and it can be super affecting, like it can really affect your mental health. But at the end of the day, I have to remind myself that it's okay. It is okay to take things your own space. It's okay to just go on the right path and see where it goes, because sometimes the journey has to be way too long, and that's just how it is. But yeah, that's pretty much this yapping session. And I think I haven't done anything really exciting this year. Like I haven't won a lottery, or I haven't did something that's like extraordinary compared to other people. But if anything, I have learned a new lesson in life, and that is I cannot keep waiting for a miracle to happen. I gotta start now. I gotta do it right now. And this is my message for you guys today, is to just do it just do it. Whatever it is that you have in your brain, like if you have an idea that is stuck in your head, just do it. You will feel so much better when you do it, and you will realize that you doing it now is better than regretting it later. Like there's so many things I regret that I wish I had done, but I never did. But now I'm doing it and I'm feeling way better myself. And yeah, and I think a gap year doesn't have to be that bad. I think a gap year can be really innovating. It can be a new lesson, and you'll always be able to change yourself, change your mindset, change your passion, find something in life that inspires you to move forward. And I think pretty much that is what life is about. It doesn't have to be going on the same track as everyone else. It doesn't have to be achieving the same goals as everyone else. You just have to be you know what I mean? It's you versus you at the end of the day, and it's so important that we learn to understand our ability and our maximum capacity. And yeah, that's how much I want to say. I have run out of like ideas to talk about this because I pretty much said my whole line and my whole story. So yeah, if anything that I learned about this gap year is that I'm not late. I mean, I know I said this like 1,000 of my times in my head that I'm definitely late, but I'm not late. If you really think about it, you're not late. Everybody is not racing. Life is not a race. Literally, life is not a race. I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow or next week or next year, but you do know what's gonna happen today, what's gonna happen right now, because you're gonna do that. You're gonna change your entire life by following new goals, new like things you want to do. You can decide it, and this gap year has been about doing that. So I hope this kind of inspire people to realize that they're not like left behind. You guys are right on track. Don't focus on other people. People come and go. Literally, in 10 years, you're not gonna think about that girl that was able to buy 10 freaking Sephora makeup. I'm so sorry, this thing is shaking. But like I said, you're not gonna think about the girl that bought like 10 Sephora makeup, or that guy that bought a new car. You are gonna think about yourself. You're gonna think about how you're gonna change. And I have been learning that, and I'm very grateful that I have had the opportunity to learn something like that and be a better version of myself than I was last year. Like, a healthier mind really leads to a healthy life, and we need to start doing that. I think I literally started journaling, and it has been pretty good. I have my journal here. It is dark blue. It is kind of this weird quality. I don't know, it just feels weird, but I'm feeling pretty good of writing my ideas down. If you don't have an idea, just do it, by the way. I know I said that like 1,000 times, but just do it. It is the best thing you can do. So yeah, this is the end of my yap session. I did not talk a lot, I know that, but I need to get it out. So there's that. Love you guys. Hope you have a great day, great night, whatever. Love you. Bye.